Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETULay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETULay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto, kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Ayan, so isang Yumstastic na hapon, our Yumstastic cuties mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, welcome sa inyong DepEd ETULay online tutorial program.
Ito ay handog sa inyo ng ng Department of Education sa pangunguna ng Educational Technology Unit.
Hayaan nyo kaming samahan kayo sa isang makabuluhang pag-aaral sa hapong ito.
Kaya naman, humanda na at sumamang saliksikin ang hiwaga ng humanidades at aghampan lipunan.
Welcome sa inyong DepEd ETULay online tutorial program. Ako ang inyong Yumstastic tutor na always excited to bring learning.
At ako naman ang inyong Yumstastic tutor G, ang Gigil na kayo ay paglingkuran at matuto sa hapong ito.
Sa subject na philosophy, papalawigin natin ang ating kaalaman sa larangan ng filosofiya because
We learn,
we create
and we think.
in philosophy.
So bago tayo magpatuloy upang mas makilala natin ang ating mga Yumstastic tutors, panoorin muna natin ang isang promotional video na inihanda ng ating mga Yumstastic tutors na inedit ni Tutor Janine. Let's watch this!
The DepEd ETULay gives you the Senior High School Humanities and Social Sciences program. Get to know your Yumstastic tutors for the exciting first semester of the academic year 2021-2022. Every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Here they are. halika na at matuto sa iyong Yumstastic Tutors ngayon. Humanda at sumamang saliksikin ang hiwaga ng humanidades at agham panlipunan. Laging tandaan, ikaw ang best tuwing Webes.
Sa tulong ng teknolohiya at maging ng social media, paaralan ay kusang lalapit sa'yo. Sulong edukalidad, supuin maling impormasyon, katotohanan nating ituro, paunlarin.
Yan, so yan po ang ating mga Yumstastic tutors sa ating promotional video na inihanda or inedit ni Ma'am Janine, our tutor Janine ng ating Yumstastic mga tutors ng Humanities and Social Sciences. So, Tutor G, last week we announced that we will have the Tuty of the Week. Siya yung tuty na nagpakita ng galing at pagiging active sa pagsagot ng mga activities at nakilahok sa ating buong discussion last week.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Kaya't gusto naming batiin si... Drumroll. Si Christine Joy Gileocajo ng 12 GAS mula sa Maligaya National High School. Congratulations and salamat sa iyong aktibong pakikinig at pagsagot sa ating session last week. Di ba, Tutor Aids?
Yan, Tutor G. So congratulations again kay Christine Joy from Maligaya National High School. So bago tayo mag-start, Tutor G, gusto ko lang batiin ang aking principal at assistant principal ng aming school. Ang aking principal na si Ma'am Hilaria E. Calma at ang aking assistant principal na si Ma'am Marjorie Gutierrez. Ikaw, Tutor G, may gusto ko ba pasalamatan?
Oo, Tutor Aids, salamat. Nais ko ding batiin ang aming butihing punong guro ng Maligaya National High School, Ma'am Jesusa Debote. Hello po. Gayon din ang aking mga kapwa guro, lalo na sa senior high school, sina Ma'am Imelda, Ma'am Charo, Sir RR, Ma'am Jane, Sir Dalton, Ma'am Makaira, Sir Rod, at Ma'am Melody. Salamat po. At sa lahat mga estudyante ko dyan na nakatutok ngayon.
Ayan, so next week magkakaroon ulit tayo ng Tuty of the Week. So i-comment lamang po ninyo ang inyong pangalan, ang inyong lugar, ang inyong paaralan at kung anong kinukuha nyong strand or kung anong grade level po tayo sa senior high school. So babati lang tayo, Tutor G. And nakita ko uli rito si Christine Joy Licado, ang ating Tuty of the Week. Sabi po niya, good afternoon po. Okay, from 12 GAS from Maligaya National High School. Ikaw naman, Tutor G.
Meron din tayo dito, Tutor Aids, si Vincent Sadsad mula sa Sindalan High School, 9 Thompson. Ayan, saan man yung Sindalan, Sir Tutor Aids.
Meron pa tayo rito, Tutor G, si Ellen Batacan, watching from Quirino National High School. So, ABM 12, Rizal, Ellen Batcan. Batcan or Batacan siguro ito, ma'am. Okay, so meron pa, Tutor G.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Batiin din natin si Rodel L. Garcia, si Jessica Garcia ng 12 Shakespeare, watching from Digdig National High School. Hello sa iyo dyan.
Ayan. So maraming salamat po sa panonood natin. So dadako na tayo sa ating lesson. So before we introduce our lesson, welcome tutees and parents to our subject, Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So this is our quarter 1, week 2, entitled Ways of Doing Philosophy. Okay. Now, bago ang lahat, muli, amin pong gustong pasalamatan ang DepEd Region 3 SDO Bataan para sa ating module na gagamitin ngayon.
Ayan, maraming salamat po sa SDO Bataan. So we have here the following objectives. At the end of this session, you should be able to distinguish opinion from truth, realize the methods of philosophy lead to wisdom and truth, and evaluate truth from opinions in different situations using the methods of philosophizing.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Now let us recall our lesson last week. Okay, so for this activity, we should make a hashtag. Tutees, make a hashtag of what you have learned from the previous lesson. Okay, so write down your answers in the comment section below. Okay, so be creative and think of our lesson last week and create your own hashtag. Okay, for example, as you can see in your screen, hashtag love of wisdom. Tutor Aid, sana meron tayong mga ano dyan, mga active na tuties ngayon.
Ayan, hintayin lang natin ma'am ang mga comment ng ating mga tuties, ang kanilang mga hashtag for this
Yes,
day.
Tutor Aid.
Okay, so habang hinihintay natin ang mga tuties natin, ayun, may nakita na ako ma'am. Tutor G, ayan
Ayun.
si, nawala. Ayan, so si Jen Ausa, okay, hashtag Philo means love. Ayan. So, comment lamang po
Yes,
ang inyong
Tutor
mga
Aid.
hashtag para magkaroon kayo ng chance na maging Tutie of the Week next week. Okay?
Yes, Tutor Aids. Batiin din natin, Tutor Aids. Ito, meron tayong bagong pumasok, si Rachel Tondo mula sa Aliaga National High School, 12 TVL ICT. Hello sa iyo. Ayan, Tutor Aids, may nagsagot din, si Joseph Conrad Bulaklak. Hashtag love of wisdom din ang kanyang sagot. Very good.
And thank you, Joseph. So, love of wisdom. So, be creative lang kasi naibigay na natin yata ang example ito, Tutor G. So, kung meron pa kayo ibang natatandaan sa ating lesson, pwede nyo gamitin ang hashtag na to for today. Okay? So, meron tayo nakita, Tutor G. Ito si Joseph. Ayan, si Joseph,
Yes,
binago
right.
niya. Ayan. So, hashtag philosophize love. Ayan. Thank you, Joseph.
Meron pa tayong isa, Tutor Aid, si Althea Landingin Natividad. Ang kanyang hashtag ay hashtag Love and Sophia.
Ayan. Thank you
Ayan,
sa
thank
lahat.
you, Chuties.
Thank you, Chuties. So, now, Tutor G, meron tayong panibagong activity. So, we have here activity number 2. So, you're going to examine the following statements. Can you tell if such a statement is true or not? Put thumbs up if the statement is true and thumbs down if the statement is misleading. Okay, again, Chuties, thumbs up kung the statement is true and thumbs down if the statement is misleading.
Okay, Tutor Aid. So, sa number 1, the Earth is the third planet in the solar system. Okay, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Write your answers in the comment section below. Okay, antayin natin, Tutor Aid, yung kanilang mga sagot. Ayan. So, meron pang mga sumasagot, Tutor Aid, sa ating... Ayan, may nauna na, Tutor Aid. Si Christine Joy G. Leocadio, ang kanyang answer ay thumbs up. Ayan.
Ayan, si Jen.
Ayan, marami na po tayong mga sumasagot.
Ayan, dami
Yes,
ng
Tutor Aid.
thumbs up, Tutor G. So, the correct answer, Tutor G,
Ano po ba ang tamang sagot?
thumbs up. Okay. The next statement is that all dogs are loyal. Tingin nyo, true yung statement na yan or misleading? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Comment lang. Lagyan po natin ng number tapos yung ating emoji na thumbs up and thumbs down para alam po natin kung anong number na ang sinasagutan natin, Chuties. Yan, umuulan po ng thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so sa tingin nila, thumbs up ito.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up nga ba, Tutor G? Thumbs down.
Tingnan natin, Tutor Aid.
Ayan, the correct answer is thumbs down. Kasi, ma'am, parang hindi naman lahat ng dogs are loyal, sabi nung iba. So, next, Tutor G.
Yes, number 3, Tutor Aid. So, my sister is a scientist because she loves science. Okay. My sister is a scientist because she loves science. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Okay, ang dami pa rin sumasagot sa ating number 2, Tutor Aids. Ano kaya ang mga sagot nila sa number 3?
Ayan, so may mga sumagot na, Tutor G, sa number 3.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Meron na tayong number 3. Si Althea Landingin, ang kanyang sagot ay thumbs down.
Ayan, so ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? Tutor G, umuulan tayo ng thumbs down dito.
Ang tamang sagot, guys, Chuties, ay thumbs down. Very good, cuties.
Okay, next number 4. I am tall because I sleep during siestas. Okay, tingin nyo ba tama itong statement na to or misleading? Thumbs up, thumbs down, cuties. Okay, write the number and then your emoji na thumbs up or thumbs down. Ayan, may mga sumasagot pa rin, cuties, sa number 3. Ayan, may mga sumasagot ng thumbs down. Ayan, si Althea, si Vilma, si Nessie, si Samantha, Kapatoy, sumagot sila ng thumbs down. So the correct answer is thumbs down. Okay, thank you, cuties. Ang gagaling. Next number.
Very good, cuties. Okay, for our last number 5, COVID-19 can be avoided by following the health protocols directed by the government.
Ayan, so...
Okay, again, COVID-19 can be avoided by following the health protocols directed by the government. So answer, put number 5 plus your answer, thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, number 5. Okay, ayan, may mga sumagot na, Tutor Aid. So we have
Ayan.
Althea, Samantha, Nessie, Vilma, Jen. Ano nga ba ang tamang sagot, Tutor Aids?
Correct answer
Ang
is...
tamang sagot ay thumbs up. Very good, cuties.
Okay, very good, cuties. So now we're going to have our lesson 2, ways of doing philosophy. So, on ways of doing philosophy, Plato claimed a knowledge that is acquired merely through our senses is not real knowledge at all. It is through philosophical reasoning where we gain true knowledge.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So according to Plato, cuties, knowledge is not just using your senses, your what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste or touch. But we can acquire it through knowledge. I mean, when we do philosophical reasoning. So that is a way of doing philosophy. Okay.
And thank you, Tutor G, for that information.
Okay, so finding the truth. So in searching for the truth, you are already philosophizing. Searching for the truth is what prompted philosophers to philosophize in the first place.
Ayan. So, Tutor G, last week pinag-aralan natin is about philosophizing. Di ba? Philosophizing is asking why. So, yung searching for truth or finding the truth, doon nagsimula ang mga philosophers to philosophize. So, yung pala naging ugat nila para mag-philosophize or magkaroon tayo ng philosophy. Okay? And then, sabi rito, kanina pa natin binabanggit yung truth na yan. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng truth? Yeah. So, according here, truth is defined as something which can be proven and justified using one's faculties or senses that follows the order of logic, which is factual and valid under the normal human reason.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, pag sinabi nating truth, we have to have evidences to support our claims. Also they should be logical and valid. For example, when we say Maria is intelligent, now dapat kailangan nating i-justify iyon. Dapat hindi lang matalino si Maria. Dapat sasabihin natin matalino si Maria dahil mataas ang kanyang score sa exam at lagi siyang aktibo sa pagsagot, Tutor Aids.
Ayan. Thank you, Tutor G, sa pagpapaliwanag. What is truth?
Okay, now we have the term logic. So logic came from the Greek word logike, which pertains to art of reasoning. So it is also a science since it deals with the systematic process of reasoning in order to arrive at something.
Ayan, Tutor G, ang logic daw ay may systematic process of reasoning. Example na lang natin, Tutor G. Example, meron tayong glass. We need to define what is glass. Alam naman natin that glass is made up of sand and silicate. Tama, Tutor G? So merong iba't ibang klase ng glass. Pwede natin sabihin windows, windshield, bezels, or mirror. That is valid and that is factual. But you see, when you ask what a glass is, you may say that a glass is a container made of glass which is used as a vessel of drinking water. So, mas madalas kasing sinasabi natin, give me a glass of water. So, mas madalas na nakuha natin sa isip natin, that glass is yung lalagyan ng tubig. So, gumagamit tayo ng mga logical reasoning. Okay, and then we have common sense. Okay, Tutor G, common sense is from, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, defines common sense as the sound and prudent judgment based on a simple perception of the situation or facts.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So pag sinabi natin common sense, ito yung pwede nating example. So ikaw, kunwari bilang estudyante, ay may kakayahan upang magbigay buhay sa mga patay. Okay, kung ito'y iyong hahawakan. Ngayon, nasa harapan mo ang isang patay na layon. Alam naman natin na ang layon ay matapang at susunggaban ka niya kung may pagkakataon nito. So, will you give it life or not? Siyempre, sasabihin mo, hindi dahil baka naman lapain ka niya, Tutor Aids.
Ayan, napakaganda na example ni Tutor G sa ating common sense. So,
next we have knowledge, Tutor Aids. So, knowledge is something which we deem to understand or grasp fully.
okay, Tutor G, yung knowledge has been proven by law. Sabi rito, has been proven of laws of logic and human person's intellect and experience. Example, Tutor G, alam natin na yung aso ay may 4 na legs. May matatalas ng ngipin. Okay? At siya ay tumatahol or nagbabark. So, ibig sabihin, pag narinig natin na aso, naisip na natin agad na, ay, may 4 tong paa. May matatalas ng ngipin at tumatahol. And tinatawag siyang man's best friend. So yun yung sinasabi nating knowledge proven by laws of logic and human person's interest. Okay? And we also have here, Tutor G, opinions. Opinions are basically the product of our own belief and self-expression about something.
Yes, Tutor A. So for example, sa opinion, sinabi mo na ang nanay ko ang the best sa buong mundo. So hindi maaaring sabihin na ikaw ay mali because it is merely an expression of oneself because your belief is being validated by your experiences of your own mother dahil nararamdaman mo ang kanyang pagmamahal at lagi kanyang inaalala at inaalagaan, ito ay iyong sariling opinion. Tutor Aids. So next we have arguments. So arguments are statements which provides reasons to persuade someone that your point is truthful.
Okay, so arguments, Tutor G, madalas nating naririnig about arguments. So madalas, kaagipat nito ang debate, balagtasan, or yung uso ngayon, yung flip-top. Okay, kasi naririnig natin, nagbibigay sila ng mga statement na parang totoo or parang tama sa pandinig, but nasa sa atin pa rin kung yung mga statement nila or claims nila is i-accept natin. So yun daw yung arguments. And then, Tutor G, sabi rito, however, not all arguments or statements are truthful. Sometimes we will encounter faulty arguments that do not lead us to the truth. So how do we confirm an argument's truthfulness? In philosophy, we can use various ways to validate the truthfulness of statement or argument.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na lahat ng argument ay totoo or truthful. So mayroon ding mga argumento or statements na mali. Kaya sa philosophy, gumagamit tayo ng iba't ibang paraan upang ma-validate natin ang katotohanan or truthfulness ng isang statement or argument. So now let us try to examine this example, Tutor Aid. So we have this statement, okay? All that has legs are living. Now, chairs have legs. Therefore, chairs are living. Tutor Aid.
Maganda example yan, Tutor G, of finding the truth or arguments, okay? So, sabi rito, lahat daw ng may legs ay buhay. At yung chair daw ay may legs, so therefore, nag-conclude siya na yung chair ay buhay dahil meron siyang legs. So, kung gagamitan natin yan ng logic, sabi nga natin, hindi lahat ng arguments ay tama. Kailangan natin gamitan ng valid logical explanation. So, ang legs ng tao ay hindi pwedeng i-compare sa legs ng chairs. At hindi lahat ng legs or may legs ay buhay. 'Di ba? Pag namatay ang tao, may legs pa rin. At yung ibang taong walang legs ay kadalasan buhay pa rin. So therefore, wala yang valid logical explanation. Okay? Hindi yan totoo. Okay? So yan ay example natin ng argument na hindi totoo. So ano ba yan? The argument that may seem valid and logical at first but are actually invalid and illogical are type of statement that are called fallacies.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, fallacies are those na mukha namang tama, pero nung ito'y ating sinuring mabuti, mali pala ang mga ito or invalid. Tutor Aids.
Yes, tama ka dyan, Tutor G. So before pumunta tayo sa fallacies, let us have the activity number 3.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, let us have the direction. So, write the correct answer being pertained to in the following statements. So, choose the letter of your answer from the pool of words. So, you should write down in the comment section the number of the question and the letter of your answer, Tutor Aids.
Okay, so Tutor G, ito yung pool of words. So A, knowledge, B, belief, C, fallacy, D, truth, E, common sense, and F, opinion. Write the letter of the correct answer only. Number and letter of the correct answer sa ating chat box, Chutis. Okay, number 1, we have here, these are defined as misleading reasoning or argument. Ano ba ito, Chutis? Number 1, okay, and then sagot ang itatype natin sa ating comment box. Okay, so hintay lang tayo ng sagot. Chutis, i-comment na natin ang ating mga sagot. Okay, mukhang medyo napaplad tayo ng mga comments dito. Ayun, si Alexander, si Althea, okay, si Althea Natividad. Ayan, pumasok na lahat ng kanilang sagot. Ang sagot nila, Tutor G, ay letter C. So, ang tamang sagot ay letter C. Congratulations, Chutis!
Okay, now number 2. These are based from one's beliefs. So is it letter A, knowledge, B, belief, C, fallacy, D, truth, E, common sense, or F, opinion? So write down number 2 plus the letter of your answer. Ayan, antayin lang natin, Tutor Aids. Marami pa rin sumasagot ng number 1. Ayan, meron na tayong mga sagot sa number 2. We have Samantha, ang kanyang sagot ay letter B. Si Althea, ang kanyang sagot naman ay letter F. Okay? Ayan, marami na si Jen, si Bea. Tutor Aids, ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? So, ang tamang sagot, Chutis, ay letter F. Okay. Very good.
Very good, Chutis. So number 3 tayo, Tutor G. So it is a prudent or sound judgment used to validate if a thing is valid or not. Okay, is it letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D, E, or letter F? Write the number and your correct answer. Letters lamang po, mga Chutis. Ayan, may mga sumasagot pa. Tutor G sa kanilang number 2 question kanina. Ayan, may nakita na ako si Jamia Padilla. Sabi niya letter F daw po. Okay. Si Althea, letter E. Si Jen, saka si Samantha, letter E. So, ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? Ang tamang sagot natin, Tutor G and Chutis, ay letter E. Very good, Chutis.
Okay, for number 4, it is defined as something which can be proven, justified using one's faculties or senses that follows the order of logic, which is factual and valid under the normal human reason. So is it letter A, B, C, D, E, or F? Okay, write your answers in the comment sections with the number of our statement. Okay, that's number 4. May sumasagot na. Ayan. Ayan. I-greet lang natin tong bagong pasok natin. Tutor 8, si Arlene Blanca, grade 11 Emerald from Alibadabat National High School. Ayan, may sagot na tayo. Number 4, si Althea Natividad, letter A. Si Jen, si Samantha, letter A din po ang sagot. Ano nga ba ang tamang sagot, Tutor AIDS? Okay, so ang tamang sagot, mga cuties, ay letter D.
Ayan, magagaling ang ating mga cuties. So number 5, last number natin, cuties. It is something which we deem to understand or grasp fully. It is knowledge, belief, fallacy, truth, common sense, or opinion. Again, cuties, write the number and the correct letter of your answer. Okay, so may mga sumasagot pa ng number 4. Ayan, si Althea, nanguna na. Letter A daw ang sabi ni Althea. Okay, very good, Althea. What about the others? Si Rice Joy, si Rod si Casey Lynn. Okay, ang sagot nila ay letter A. Congratulations, cuties! Ang gagaling ng mga cuties natin ngayong linggo, Tutor G.
Yes, Tutor 8. So now let's go to fallacies. So what are fallacies? Fallacies are defined as statements which are misleading and erroneous. We tend to commit fallacies because our arguments are crafted and stated in a wrong way, Tutor 8.
Ayan. So yung fallacies pala, ma'am, is statement na mali. Okay, so pag nagbibigay tayo ng mga arguments or statement na hindi katanggap-tanggap, na parang tama pero hindi katanggap-tanggap, ginagamit natin in a wrong way or wrong situations, that statements or arguments are fallacies. Okay? And then we have here examples of fallacies. So the first one is appeal to pity. It is about persuading somebody out of emotion or sympathy. Example natin, Tutor G. Teachers should give a passing grade to poor students.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, appeal to pity ay yung kunwari may estudyante tayo na hindi angat sa buhay. Kaya ina-assume na lamang ng iba na kailangan ipasa ni teacher si student A dahil siya ay mahirap. So, yun ay ang appeal to pity. Next, we have ad hominem. So ad hominem is directly attacking the person to destroy his or her argument. So for example, politicians who talk against corruption should not be heard since they too are corrupt. Tutor Aid.
Okay. Thank you, Tutor G. So ang ad hominem pala, Tutor G, is parang yung kasabihan natin na ang magnanakaw galit sa kapwa magnanakaw. So yung politician na nagsasalita about corruption, yung politician pala na yun ay corrupted. Okay, so hindi daw dapat siya nagsasalita because gawain naman niya yung mga sinasabi niya. So that is ad hominem. And then we have here number 3, ad baculum. Ad baculum is about applying force or position to escape from answering the argument directed toward him or her. Example, the boss is always right since he is the one who pays the salary of the employees.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So sa ad baculum naman ay yung ginagamit ng isang tao ang kanyang posisyon or katayuan upang i-validate ang kanyang statement or argument. So parang sinasabi dito na dahil mas mataas siya or mas may kaya siya, siya yung tama, Tutor Aids.
Ganun pala yun, Tutor G. So meron naman dito.
Yes, Tutor Aids. Meron naman tayong tinatawag na hasty generalization. So dito, the conclusion given to an argument is lacking and is illogical and baseless. For example, Jenny is from Kamaya campus and she is intelligent. Therefore, all students from Kamaya campus are also intelligent, Tutor Aids.
Ayun. So, Tutor G, from the word generalization, parang gine-generalize natin. Example, si Jenny matalino sa klase. Lumipat siya from other school, pero galing siya sa Kamaya campus. So, dahil matalino siya, Sasabihin ng ibang estudyante, ay, lahat pala na nag-aaral sa Kamaya Campus matalino. Bakit mo nasabi? Kasi si Jenny matalino. Galing siya sa Kamaya Campus. So, maling statement yon. Tawag natin doon, generalize natin. Okay? So, meron din tayo rito, Tutor G, yung post hoc. Okay? It is about determining an arguments using post cause and effect between different events. Example, a spoon fell from the dining table, therefore, we must expect a lady guest.
Tutor Ace, dito mukhang familiar naman ang ating mga estudyante, ang ating mga tuties. So sa post hoc, post hoc ang tawag kapag nababanggit natin ang mga statements na ganito. Kung nahulog mo yung tinidor habang kayo'y kumakain, sasabihin natin, may lalaking bisita na darating. Kung magliligpit ka naman ng pinagkainan habang may kumakain pa na binata o dalaga, sasabihin naman siya na, naku, hindi ka na makakapag-asawa. So ayan, so those have no connection. So those are called post hoc, tutor aids. Now we have ad populum. The arguments here is acceptable since many are doing it. So for example, Lisa wants to buy an iPhone 12 because everyone in her class has it and she's afraid that she's out of fad or not in.
Nako, parang makaka-relate yung mga tuties natin dito, Tutor G. Kasi ito yung parang sumusunod tayo sa uso. So example, si Lisa is a student na gusto niyang bumili ng iPhone 12 pero wala naman silang pambili. Siyempre sasabihin niya, ako na lang wala sa school. Hindi na ako papasok. Higi ka, di na ako mag-aaral dahil wala akong iPhone 12. Nako, nakaka-relate ang ating mga tuties dyan. So yan ay sumusunod tayo sa uso, kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng mga argument or statement na under ng policy. So, next we have the false analogy. False analogy is about naman comparing two similar terms or idea but has a wrongful usage or meaning. Example nito, Tutor G. Our santol tree has a bark. My dog barks. Therefore, the santol tree also bark.
Yes, Tutor Ace. Okay, tuties, huwag kayong malilito. So sa false analogy, pinaghahalin tulad natin ang dalawang bagay dahil may pareho sa kanilang salita or idea, ngunit magkaiba naman yung gamit. Tulad na lang ng example natin. So parehong ginagamit dito ang salitang bark. Okay, so sa dalawang bagay na nabanggit natin, ngunit magkaiba ang kanilang meaning or konteksto. So hindi tama ang ating analogy. So this is called false analogy, tutor aids. Okay, so we also have number 8, fallacy of composition. So one thinks that what is true to a part is true to the whole. For example, hydrogen is not wet and oxygen is not wet. Therefore, water, which is H2O, is not wet. Tutor aids.
Ayan, salamat, Tutor G. So mapapaisip ka talaga do sa example natin, di ba? Kasi alam naman natin na yung water is made of hydrogen or atom of hydrogen and then atom of oxygen. So nagsa-science na tayong subject dito, Tutor G. So ang composition ng H2O is hydrogen and oxygen na parehas na hindi wet, sabi rito. Pero yung water kasi, alam naman natin na ang tawag sa kanya is H2O or combination of the two. So therefore, mapapaisip ka talaga, Tutor G, hindi siya wet kasi yung dalawang composition niya ay hindi wet. So dyan pumapasok yung mga fallacy of composition. Okay, next, Tutor G, we have fallacy of division. So one think that what is true to the whole is true to a part. Example natin dyan, Tutor G, America is the wealthiest nation on earth. So George, an American, must be rich.
Ayan, Tutor Aid. So sinasabi natin na sa fallacy of division, totoo ang statement para sa kabuuan but it does not follow na totoo naman ito sa bawat parte niya. So isa pang example ay kung sinabi natin na puro lasenggo ang mga kalalakihan na nakatira sa barangay Pula. Kaya yung sanggol na si Carlo ay malamang lasenggo din, Tutor Aid. So yun yung fallacy of division. Okay? Ayan. So we have also number 10, Dicto Simpliciter. So assuming that something true in general is true in every possible case. So for example, there's nothing I won't do for my children. Tutor aids.
Ayan. So, yan yung Dicto Simpliciter. So, ibig sabihin, hindi totoo na yung general sa lahat ay yun din yung mga dapat nating pasuking case. Example natin dyan, Tutor G. Yung sabi nga ni Mother na there's nothing I won't do to my children. Tapos may sumagot yung kumari niya, sige nga, magnakaw ka para sa iyong mga anak. O sige nga, tumalong ka sa ilog para sa iyong mga anak. So, yun yung mga Dicto Simpliciter. So, nagbibigay tayo ng general truth na hindi naman talaga possible in other case. Okay, so we have here, Tutor G, the petitio principii or principii are about begging the question. Okay, so it is about a policy that treats matters under debate as already established and assumes that the thing or idea to be proven is true. Example natin dyan, Tutor G, I have a right to free speech. Therefore, you cannot stop me from talking.
Yes, tutor aid. So dito sa petition principi, sinasabi natin na ang mga argument ay nailatag na at inassume na ito ay totoo. So for example, isa pang example natin, tutor aids, kung ipipilit ni Gladys na dapat mas madami ang ibigay na laruan sa kanya ng nanay niya kasi mas matalino siya kaysa sa mga kapatid niya dahil naniniwala siya na kapag ikaw ay matalino, marami ang blessings mo. Kaya gusto niya, mas marami siyang laruan. So, yun yung begging the questions, tutor aids. Okay, so for our assessment, we have let me read the directions, tutor aids. So, choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Now, comment the letter of the correct answer in our comment section below. Okay.
Ayan, Chuti. So, i-comment lamang ang tamang sagot. Again, number and letter of your correct answer. First statement, it is defined as the science and art of correct thinking and reasoning. It is A, metaphysics, B, ethics, C, epistemology, or D, logic. Okay, Chutis? Time na para sumagot sa ating number 1 assessment. Okay, so ano kaya ang tamang sagot dyan, Tutor G? Just letter A kaya yan? Letter B? Letter C? Or letter D? So habang hinihintay natin ang ating mga sumasagot, so meron ditong bagong pasok yata kanina, Tutor G, si Angelo Liwanag. Okay, from Manmar Garcia Manabat. Okay, parang pangalan lang din yung sinabi niya yata. Ayan, may mga sumasagot na, si Althea, si Rin Ramos, si Jamia Padilla, si Casey Lynn Belano. Ang sagot nila ay tama. Dahil ang sagot nila ay letter D.
Yes, very good, cuties. Now let us have number 2. So number 2, this is defined as erroneous and false reasoning. Is it letter A, fallacy, B, common sense, C, argument, or D, truth? So write down the number and your answer, the letter of your answer. Number 2. Okay, marami pa rin sumasagot, tutor aid, sa ating number 1 question. Okay. Ayan, meron na pong sumagot sa ating number 2 question. So we have Samantha, letter A, Aliyah, Irish, letter D. So marami na, tutor aids. Ano nga ba ang tamang sagot sa ating number 2? So ang tamang sagot ay letter A. Congratulations sa ating mga tuties na nakakuha.
Okay, congratulations sa ating mga tuties. Ito yung pangatlong tanong natin. These are statements which provide reasons to persuade someone about someone's point is truthful. Is it A, science, B, knowledge, C, argument, or D, highest principle? Again, tuties, write the number and the correct letter of your answer. So marami pa rin sumasagot, Tutor G, sa ating number 2 question. Ayan, meron nang sumagot sa number 3. Talaga napaka-aktibo ni Althea ngayong araw na ito. Okay, comment lang, tuties. Baka next week kayo ang ating maging tutie of the week. So ang mga sagot nila ay letter C. The correct answer is letter C.
Okay, for number 4, it refers to a prudent or sound judgment used to validate if a thing is valid or not. Is it A, Sophia, B, logique, C, lovia, or D, common sense? Write number 4 plus the letter of your answer. Ayan, Tutor Aids, marami pa rin tayo humahagbol sa ating number 3 question. Thank you sa mga sumasagot. Napaka-active ng ating mga tuties today, Tutor Aids. Ayan, hello sa inyo. Hello, Ma'am Akaira Faraon and Ma'am Charo Grospe. Meron tayong nanonood ng mga teachers. Ayan, may sagot na po. Ano nga bang tamang sagot? Tama ba sina Althea, Ira, at Bea? Okay, ang tamang sagot ay letter D. Thank you, Chutis. Very good.
Active talaga, Tutor G, ng ating mga Chutis sa araw na to. Ito na ang last question. So, humabol tayo, Chutis. It is something which we deem to understand or grasp fully. It is A, knowledge, B, logic, C, principle of identity, or letter D, opinion. Okay, number 5 na ito, Chutis. Habol tayo sa mga sagot. A, B, C, or D. Ayan, sumagot na si Samantha. Napakabilis naman ni Samantha Kapatoy. Okay, si Jamia Padilla, ang sagot nila ay D. D, okay. So, ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? So, ang tamang sagot, Chutis, ay letter A. Ayan. So, ayan, may mga sumagot naman pala ng letter A. Si Althea, si Jen, si Casey Lynn. Ayan, napaka-active at napakagagaling ng ating mga tuties sa araw na ito.
Yes, Tutor Aid. So, now let us wrap up our lesson. So, it is really important for us to better understand how philosophy works in our daily lives. Without it, life would be absurd to us since we are rational beings. If we can bear it always in our minds, then we could live life to the fullest.
Ayan, thank you, Tutor G. So, muli, narito ang bumubuo ng ating Senior High School Humanities and Social Sciences.
Lagi po tayong sumubaybay tuwing alas 4 ng hapon para sa Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person.
Ayan. So, for your feedback and suggestion, please visit this link, tinyurl.com/ETULay feedback form.
And you can also scan the QR code that you are seeing in your screens, on your screens right now.
Ayan, scan the QR code para sa inyong mga feedback and suggestions. And dito na po nagtatapos ang ating Yumstastic episode para sa pangalawang linggo ng ating online tutorial. Muli ako si Yumstastic Tutor Aids na always excited to bring learning.
Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok and we hope to see you next week. Muli ako si Yumstastic Tutor G, ang Gigil na kayo ay paglingkuran at matuto sa hapong ito.
Ayan, for your comments and suggestions, you can see the edtech at deped.gov.ph.
Yes, susunod na ang disciplines and ideas in the social sciences kasama si Tutor Sheila at Tutor M.
Dahil ikaw ang best!
Tuwing Huwebes! Bye!
Bye!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETULay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETULayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETULay!